Is this mine?
Yeah,
Does
you
say
brought
your
it.
name on it?
Is your name Smirnoff?
Fuck yeah.
It is?
He's Polish.
I didn't know I brought these.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Do you have an
Yeah.
Do you have an opener though?
Yeah, there's one in here as well.
What? Why is it in the fridge?
Yeah, watch.
Oh, my. That would suck.
Just like my dad.
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh my.
Are you gonna break your phone?
Okay.
Yo, guy, do you want the opener?
Get the opener.
Get the...
I'm sorry, guys.
Jesus.
God.
I'm
Sorry, guys. He's
Sorry.
just not
I'm just an animal.
ready.
Sorry, guys.
He's not ready. So, as usual,
Maddie's not here.
Shocker.
Lee, Lucas, Matt.
Maternity leave.
Yeah. So what's happening, folks? How was the week?
I just got hyped that I had Smirnoff Ices in here. Yo, Smirnoff Ices are underrated and overrated at the same time because they are just the alcoholic version of
I would say
Sprite.
I think they're perfectly rated.
I love.
What if they're not yours and you're just drinking someone else's beverages?
They taste even better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's refreshing.
It's even better if it's stolen
So
alcohol.
cheers to whoever left it in the fridge. Did you guys like I said?
Oh, what did Matt say? Or maybe it's something on my side? What? Say it again, Matt. I don't know what you said.
Or maybe it's something on my side.
I don't know what you're saying. Sound, maybe? Sound's working.
Did he say something about sand? Sand?
Sand.
Something about
Sandy
sand?
Beach.
I don't know what you said.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Good. I appreciate it. Tech on the fly.
Oh,
So,
got our viewership numbers here.
maybe I won't say anything just in case our mics aren't working.
Hold on.
But I also don't want to
Uno momento.
fill this with dead air. Tech on the fly. Oh, no, look at that.
Okay, so
You
Matt's
hear
just
us.
a liar.
What do you say? Please mute your thing.
I don't know how.
Turn your volume down. I said tech on the fly too, and she doesn't even know tech. How do I turn the volume?
How do I go from I don't want
Switch it to live.
I don't want top chat. How do I do that?
Oh my god, tech on the fly. Sorry, folks.
He also doesn't know.
It's on live chat.
He also doesn't know.
Oh,
It says top chat.
how do you even? Oh,
This is what I asked.
Oh.
I don't even know. Anyways, I don't know what Matt said. Maybe it's on his end.
That's okay. He'll say it again. Not a problem.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, we've talked about sleep paralysis before, right? And how I have it fairly often. Had it fairly often. There was a good stretch of maybe like 8 months, maybe close to a year, where I didn't have it at all.
Okay.
Thought I was free. Last week I had 2 in 1 week, which is kind of a lot.
So you telling me that there's never been a period of time of you having it
That long without it?
not having it, sorry, for longer than 8 months?
Yes.
I have only had it once in my life.
Oh, no. But it used to be at least once a month.
That's insane.
At least. Maybe once every 2 months.
That's
or
pretty
so.
scary.
Yeah, it sucks. So I had 2 in 1 week, like maybe 3 days apart.
Yeah.
And each time Emma wakes me up. The other thing is, what's different about these ones is before when I had sleep paralysis, like the dreams would be like super intense and like pretty scary, and like then I'd get my sleep paralysis. These ones were like, I was like, that wasn't even a nightmare. Like that was kind of a joke. Like that dream was kind of a joke. Like whatever. But luckily Emma's been beside me like every night. She's up on her phone so that like she can hear my breathing change, and like I'll start to like kind of like call for help. So she like wakes me up out of it. So it's been very quick sleep paralysis. Sleep paralyses? Whatever the plural of that is. Paralysis. So whatever it was, like she'd get me out of it quick. Last night, I'm sleeping like a baby. Nothing wrong with me.
Every hour.
Perfectly fine, just chilling, sleeping. And I'm normally a pretty light sleeper, so I could see things. I could hear things going on. I'll wake up. So I don't know why, but like my body just like wakes up, and I look over, and in the dark, Emma's like this beside me. And I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And she's like, "I thought you were having sleep paralysis, but like you're okay." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's like, "Haha, sorry if I scared you." I was like, "You scared the shit out of me. Like, fucking go back to sleep. Like, what the fuck's going on?" And I was like,
You're the demon.
Yeah,
You're the demon.
Yeah, so she messaged me today. She's like, "How'd you sleep?" Like, "Sorry, I woke you up." And I was like, "Yeah, like I slept okay, but like, yeah, you scared me." She's like, "I was just seeing if a demon was bothering you." I was like, "You were the demon bothering me." Like, what the? That's fucking terrible.
So, what made you get into that? Like,
His breathing was doing a lot of weird things. And because I was on my
Sleeping.
phone, and all the lights are off, I couldn't.
Your vision.
I
yeah.
couldn't see.
What time was this?
This was at like. You went to bed early yesterday. It was probably like 11:30.
What are you doing up?
That's early?
I just couldn't fall asleep.
She,
And sometimes things just
We'll
tell
go
me that
back
I
to
should stay up. Like, funny enough, the 2 nights that you did have sleep paralysis, I woke you up. Something was just like, just stay up on your phone. And I did. And then
You know what that thing
I had
is?
to wake him up.
Addiction. Addicted to her phone. That's what telling her to stay up. She says she can't fall asleep sometimes, but I'm like, maybe if you put your phone down
You'd be
and like
able to.
relax a little, you'll fall asleep. She's like, I can't sleep right now because I'm just like
Okay.
not tired. I'm like, well, stop doing this
I just want to
and
play on my phone.
do this, and you're good.
But yeah, so he was like tossing a lot, and so his breathing was changing.
Yeah, and Matt asked if you can clarify that. Breathing, doing a lot of
Breeding.
weird
He
things.
actually
What?
said
Yeah, what?
Breeding.
Breathing.
What does that mean, actually? I think is the question. Yeah, what's the
Okay.
weird shit?
Well,
Like,
just your breathing.
sleeping?
Your breathing was weird.
Mm.
It was very.
Yeah, that's a good insult, eh?
Like,
Your
was it
breathing's
getting
fucking
faster?
weird.
Like, you could feel like he
Yo.
was trying to
Yeah,
run away
usually,
from something?
usually his breathing gets faster when he's in it, and then I'll hear either he will like do like some kind of a groan or a sigh. The first time that I woke you up from sleep paralysis, I actually heard him say the words "help me."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so last night he was just his breathing would get really fast, and then it would even out, and then it would get really fast again, and then it would even out, and so it started to get fast again. And that's when I
It
went
started
in,
fucking creeping.
and then it got
Hard.
slow,
hard.
and then I just
What help is it being like
Well, 'cause I
inspecting
thought-
his face?
She's trying to join into my dream, like incept her mind into my
because he
dream.
can
and
usually
save me
see
there.
me, so like his
Photosynthesis.
eyes are open a little bit during sleep paralysis, so he can see me, and so I was like, maybe if I can see if his eyes are open, and then they were, and then he was like, "Are you okay?"
And here's why that's a terrible, terrible idea. Is because usually whenever most people have sleep paralysis, and me specifically,
There's a demon
is
watching
there's a figure in your sleep paralysis. So like you'll have the paralysis, and in the corner eye you could like see a figure or
It's
something.
me.
So now when there's a
I'm
fucking
the problem.
there's a new figure getting up in my grill, like that's fucking terrifying. Thank God I didn't have sleep
was
paralysis,
like-
because if I did, that would have been the worst.
You're imagining other demons? not my
Who's
fucking
this
watch.
bitch?
Who is this
Who's this?
demon
At least
visiting
he
you at the
breathes in
nighttime?
his sleep. Lucas stops breathing in his sleep. So
Really?
you hear like
I don't say help me. I'm like, this is it.
I'm
And
going
then
The
it just-
sweet embrace of death.
you just hear the stop it. And I'm like, is he? And I'll
I become the
okay,
demon.
turn over, and he'll like turn onto his side. So at least
So-
he breathes.
But it's so funny because the issue that, like, for example, of you staying up on your phone, I just love the fact that I'm so the opposite. Like, if Christina's like, we should go to bed now, I'll be like, all right, I'll turn off my phone, put it down, let myself like, oh my god. And like, I'll like knock
Yeah.
out, like, I'll be like, oh, this is
amazing.
this is pretty good
It's
shit.
amazing.
Oh, that's what, for my second job, when people are like, yo, give me your strong stuff, I'm like, have you tried sleeping?
Yeah.
Shit
Bro,
knocks me
check
out.
Check this out. You just hand him a pillow.
So it was just collapse on the floor, just start mopping around him.
Carl says, I don't know how to feel about this. Feel about what?
What? The chicks being on or the sleep paralysis?
Are you just jealous that you're not here, Carl?
Because he had to make a joke. He had to make a joke and he lost out. Shit.
Yeah, so Carl, a little bit of backstory here
Sure.
for people wondering why. Typically we sub in Maddie for Carl, or we sub in Carl for Maddie. Sorry, pardon me.
Words.
When Maddie's unavailable.
English.
Unfortunately, when I asked Carl what he was doing today, he said your mom, and
No.
sorry,
He said your mama.
my mama.
A little more aggressive.
So then, and that was like 11 a.m. So I didn't respond to him until like
There's
7.
something strange on the couch. Something.
Rude.
Yeah.
There's two things.
He's
Stranger
so not
Things.
invited to our housewarming party ever.
And for people like Carl who don't know what that thing is on the other couch, it is called an argument, which is what we bring to the table here on Causing a Ruckus. Controversial topics.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No, yeah, okay. Well, there's the first argument.
Oh no,
Wasted-
I don't think
wasted
so.
My joke. Yeah. I would be remiss if we didn't discuss relationships while there are two
Couples.
lovely
Okay,
couples.
relationships. Oh, this was,
Well, there
this
are
was
two
like the first episode.
lovely
this was my
couples
favorite.
on
I
the
loved it.
pod. So,
Okay. I'm ready.
how does this make you feel?
I don't care.
Really? So you're saying him touching my foot doesn't bother you, but him messaging some random person about
It's
his
you.
feet sexuality.
It's you.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
It's you. I already knew you had him first.
Yeah, that's true. It's a respect thing.
You've been calling him your chocolate man since the
Okay,
day we
hold on.
started
Don't get me
dating.
canceled.
Yeah.
To clarify, like
I've
because
said-
he's so sweet.
I've said many times that I don't appreciate it too. Like, Lucas, I'm a person
Yeah.
with a soul
With feelings?
and feelings. Yeah. And he's like, shut up, Hershey man. Oh, man.
Yeah, I say it to my coworkers all the time too.
You do have a lot of Hershey employees. I can say that because I don't work there.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I met several of them.
They're all
Several,
sweet.
A couple. Ah.
A good safe.
No, you said you had a question that you wanted to...
Okay, so we're talking just about reliability, and we're talking about if we were, because we're talking to her friend about this, and the guys and the girls are kind of different. I wanted to see what our census was. If, for some reason, Emma, you guys have kids, but you guys both die, who would you leave your kids to in terms of one of your friends?
In terms of friends, I can't pick family. It has to be friends.
It has to be friends.
Has to be friends.
So you get to choose either Maddie, Alex, or myself.
Come on.
Could you pick significant others of people?
Well, it would obviously, like, Maddie and Nikki.
Right.
You and Christina.
No,
Oh, you know
it
what?
could
But
just
that,
be
that,
Christina.
that makes it. See, that makes it more complicated because she didn't bank on Nikki being a good support. Like she thought you guys were gonna just choose it as Maddie as a solo, which would change the
Interesting.
criteria.
That
Because
does
Nikki
change it.
adding into the variable changes.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, if I have to pick between the... Okay,
And why?
before I pick from those three, who I would pick... Who would be in the runnings would be Carl and Sandy.
Okay.
If I knew it wasn't going to make Carl blow his fucking brains out. Because I'm pretty sure, and I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure if another child ended up on Carl's lap, he'd be like, fuck this shit. Like, fucking leave, goddammit. And he'd be cursing my soul forever.
He'd be like, I can ruin a third
And
son.
Sandy
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Third time's the
was
charm.
Oh, that's so.
Third, we have a chocolate baby. We have a chocolate baby.
Oh my god.
No, I'd pick those
Does
two.
that help us claim income taxes?
Yeah, exactly. No, Carl would probably kill me if I put another kid on his lap.
Okay, let's put Carl in the mix. So rather
Yeah,
than
let's ask
Alex,
Carl.
let's choose people that the viewers might know. So let's
Sure.
say between Carl, Maddie, and myself.
I would, and if it happened now, yeah, I wouldn't want to put that on Carl. I'd pick you. I'd pick you and Christina.
That's right.
Reason being, my reason for it is, one, Matt's already got a kid in his life, so I'm just kind of
And
sharing.
Nikki has two.
Yeah. She just made Sandy cry for
Wait, is that? Yeah. Okay, we're good. I was like, did we say something
Sandy
offensive? I had to
cry.
think about that for a
If
second.
I wish I did. No, so share the load. Also, I obviously think you guys would be great parents. I also just don't know how I feel about my kids getting raised by a Timbit, being Matt. So
They grow up to be a donut, though. A really big part of
I
society.
want my kid to grow up eating donuts, which is why I picked you, not being donuts.
Why would I? I see.
Like, we didn't work 5 jobs together and destroy donuts at every single one.
I've literally destroyed him in terms of devouring and kicked him across a parking lot.
Did we ever tell you that story? Did he ever tell you that story?
No.
I think it was it my birthday?
I think so.
I think it was
Is
my
the one
birthday.
where he ate them off the ground?
No. But if you let me tell the story.
What are you talking about?
Let me tell the story. How are you gonna, like, if that was the story, how are you just gonna jump to the punchline like that and be
Well,
like, oh, is it the one where,
Lucas ate donuts off the ground.
so,
Sounds like a
Off
Friends-
the fresh gravel.
Sounds like a Friends episode.
no, so, when we worked in Guelph, we would go to Zare's and get donuts at least once a week,
Damn.
if not every other
They
day.
had cronuts.
Oh, their donuts?
Insane.
Zare's Donuts is extremely underrated. Anyone who's got a Zare's nearby,
And their birthday cake.
yo,
Zellers?
Their slab.
Zellers.
Sellers is coming back to Canada.
It was just sick. Anyways, so I fucking, and everyone knows I love donuts. I would get them from Zare's all the time. Fantastic. It would literally be, if not every other day, every third day. On my birthday, Lucas sends me a video of him buying a donut from Zare's. He's like, oh, who's going to eat this sprinkled donut? Zoom out, boom, kicks it across the parking lot. And I was like, you piece of shit. Like, just wasted $1.50. And that delicious
Did not waste.
donut.
Because I brought in the coyotes and it became a huge pest control issue.
Cost the company thousands.
all for Lee's birthday. He wanted dogs. This is before Uncle Phil was born.
Yeah, he did want a dog.
literally.
True.
So
Yep, true.
I tried to bring him some coyotes. I thought they were the same thing.
So Emma, who do you
No
pick?
logic.
Who do you pick to
I think I would pick
godfather
same
our
as you.
child? Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Same thing you just said.
Okay, so
You just don't trust Matt.
No.
You don't trust
Matt
Matt.
is very capable of taking care of a child. He's
You don't believe that. He doesn't believe that.
Matty can't take care of himself.
He can't take care of himself.
Yes, he can.
Where is he?
Why does he look like that then?
By choice?
That's a big care of
Disgusting.
himself. Oh my god.
Okay, so let's say Maddie and I were both single. Does the option change?
What's that supposed to mean?
That we don't have the we don't have the
You
support
don't
of the
have
other
the
person.
support of your partners.
Yes. Would that change?
Yes. No,
Because-
no, it wouldn't change. Sorry. I would pick you.
Really? The only reason why I would actually kind of lean
I don't know.
towards maybe Maddie's in your guys' perspective is because of Maddie's family. Like the way
Ah,
that
that's
kid would be raised in a
right.
sick
That-
fam.
okay, but
My
I was
family's
thinking of
very
individuals.
conservative. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If we're looking at family, 100%. 100% I'm
Oh,
picking
yeah.
Matt because that kid's going to get loved just as much as I would love the kid.
Matt's family is next level. Like
it's fantastic.
I'm so glad that I get to be a part of that and
You're not.
spend time with them.
Yeah.
Because they really are an amazing family. And
The
they're
most loving people.
Seriously.
Just
It's-
the most welcoming,
And
the
they're
most
so much
loving
fun
people.
to be around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The reason again, if we pick their family as well, yeah, 100% pick Matt. If it's just like their no family, no support, just you and
parent.
Matt,
That's the only thing.
yeah. I think I'd pick you because, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think Matt's in a good spot now, and I think he's gonna make a great father / stepfather, whatever he wants to call it, father, sure. But I feel like if he was single, I feel like taking on, I don't want to call it a burden, but taking on the responsibility of a child would be more of a burden to Matt than it would. Like, I think you'd be ready to batten down the hatches quicker.
Oh, that's fair. That's
You'd be
fair.
like, fuck it, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like buckle down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I would say I would do that because we were talking about it too in terms of reliability, how we are with other friends. If we had a friend put us in that situation, I think we would handle it pretty well. Like I would definitely.
Oh, yeah.
If that was ever an option, God forbid, I think it's something that I would be like, yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
step
Like I have no problem
Yeah,
taking
handle
care of a kid.
So who do you guys pick?
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
This sounds like a beat up on Maddie Fest.
It's not. It just happens because we're just talking about hypothetically.
Take care of a baby.
But then okay, so we're now let's change the dynamic of the question a little bit. Emma, you were to die. Let's say you're gonna die.
Oh my lord.
Or sorry, let's turn it this way because viewers will know more. You're gonna die, and Emma gets it. You're like, Emma, before I die, I want you to date one of my friends. Whose hands would you?
Who
trust?
do I trust to take care of my
Yeah,
wife?
Carl included. Definitely not Carl.
Oh. And it has to be the same group that you
Yeah.
laid out?
Yeah, we'll do it that way.
Fuck me.
Yikes.
Because I have my answer. Want me to say mine? It'll be Maddie. I'm gonna choose Maddie, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because that way, whenever Christina is in bed with Maddie, she'll be thinking of me for sure. She'll be like,
Oh my god.
That's a pretty good reason, man. That's a pretty good reason.
This really is beat up on Maddie Fest.
obviously joking.
Here's why I would pick Matt, is because Matt's he's just a naturally loving guy. He's very outgoing, very accepting. Here's the thing. No, yeah,
He
absolutely.
has an infectious
Here's the
laugh.
thing.
He'll always make you laugh.
Before Christina, I didn't know you had a soul.
Yeah, I still don't.
So I don't know that you're gonna have one when you're.
I won't.
I know. This is my point. Yeah.
Wait, who would Emma
Oh
want?
yeah, that's a question. Who? Oh.
Who would
Yeah.
I want to for you?
No.
For
Who-
yourself.
Yeah, I pass away and you have to be with one of my friends.
Carl,
friend.
Maddie, between Carl, Maddie, and I. I'm sorry if this is a weird question, but
No,
I
who
think
cares?
we're-
This is
we're
great.
open enough where it
Yeah,
doesn't
who
It is
matter.
weird. But I think I would choose Maddie.
That's my fucking friend. Man. I can't believe
Okay.
this shit.
So now, Christina.
I would choose Lee.
Why?
Because I feel like I feel like I can have emotional, like what we talked about earlier. I feel like
Sure.
I can have good conversation with you and not feel judged.
You don't think you can do that with Matt? You definitely can't do it with Carl. Carl
Well,
judges everybody.
I haven't talked to Maddie. Like I haven't had the conversation with Maddie the way I've had conversations with you guys, right? Because we had them over dinner.
Sure.
And whenever you try to talk to Maddie, he'll be drunk and be like, "Do I do?" Start
But
singing to you.
I think the biggest reason why I choose you is because you have a pickup truck. Because I'd get to drive it. So I mean, if that wasn't,
You get the bed, like I'll drive it, but
Yeah. You get to sit in the nice comfy
what's yours is
passenger
mine, baby. What is this?
seat. No, what's his is his, and what's yours is his.
that's it.
That's
That's
the
exactly. We all went from from hating on me to now loving. Yeah,
We love you.
that's been our relationship for the
We
past
always
10
love
years,
you.
man.
Can you imagine if we're
Love
just
hate.
bashing the entire episode? Like, fuck these guys. These guys fucking suck.
Yeah, honestly.
I was
No,
trying to think of more hypotheticals that we could say in terms of, I guess, kind of like whose partner would be more likely to do this and that. So I guess in terms of, okay, so you are, you go to a casino, you win big money, they accuse you of cheating. They're like, the only way we're gonna let you live out here alive is you have to call one person, and that person has to come, pick you up, and pay your bail money of like, let's say $1,000. Who are you calling between all the friends?
God, that's not even. It's oh, yikes.
First of all, Carl, spell my name right, man. Come on.
He knows too. He knows.
So you're hostage. They're saying you have to get one of your friends tonight to reliably show up and pay out your bail. Who are you calling?
Can I call
That-
Lee?
Sure,
Is he a
our
friend?
spouses are included. No, but like you guys can't choose your own.
You can't pick your.
other.
Oh, okay.
But,
But I could.
you can choose anyone else's significant other or a friend.
Yeah, that's fucked up because we just went from loving on Matt and you're gonna make me hate on Matt again because you set that question up to not pick Matt because Matt's legit gonna be like, yeah, man, like,
I'm not free tonight.
like I just sat down.
Yo, I don't know about tonight. Boys.
Yo, do they have a pillow in the cell? Like, can you just like crash for the night? That says Leah got you, bro. No, genuinely, I was just shitting on Matt for fun. That's one of the things I think about. Like, I'm so blessed, guy. Is that like I got a crew who like we're fucking ride or die. Like we got each other, and I could literally they could throw all your names in a hat and I could pick one and be confident with it. But if I had to pick, legit, I'm probably picking Christina. Yeah, Christina
I was gonna say, I'd be like, you'd be stupid not to pick Christina.
yeah, no, I'd 100%. Because the thing is, she'll pick me up. This is where you two, I think, will come neck and neck, but I think Christina will squeak the win. Is because she's going to pick me up with snacks.
Yes.
Like, she's going to be ready. She's going to be like, oh my god, he's stressed. Here's Gatorade.
Or she'll be
we'll
like,
probably
"We're
pick up some
stopping for
McDoubles.
food."
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll buy
some
you a
shit like
pizza.
that.
I'll
Yeah,
come with a
exactly.
pizza.
She's going to be ready.
And I'll be like,
stuff,
honey, I
so-
know it's been a tough day, so there's a pillow and a blanket in the back. For
Exactly.
You.
Which is,
That
like,
is me.
you might too. Like,
You'd
you'd
be
be
more
like,
annoyed then. You'd just be more annoyed with Christina.
Christina, shut up. Like, I'm trying to sleep
I was
now.
just kidnapped and tried by the Yakuza, and you want me to get chicken balls? I'm kind of down.
Yeah, from where? Yeah, from where? Yeah, I think Christina gets it.
Well,
for
when
sure.
I first started dating Christina, the one thing, I feel like you don't do this as much as you said that you used to, was Christina was like, I'm one of those friends where I'm always like ready on demand with my phone. Like if my friends call me at 2 a.m., I'm ready. And it fucking happened once where she got like, I would text her good night because like I like fell asleep. I text her at 2 a.m. and she'd instantly be up, responding like, girl, you don't have to answer to every single text message or phone
back
call
to
that comes
sleep,
in
bitch.
during
No, I
that
used
time.
to roll over.
Ignore
I
it.
don't know. I would wake up multiple times in the middle of the night.
Check
So
your
if
phone.
I saw I would roll over and be awake and then look at my phone to see what time it was. And if I saw a message, I'd respond.
To me,
Sorry,
I don't.
I'm
So
sorry.
it'd be like 3 a.m.
You said that like you don't do that anymore. Like you don't wake up in the middle of the night. Like you just
Not
sleep
as
through
much.
the night.
Sometimes I'll sleep through the night.
Sometimes
Sometimes I wake up.
Don't even know what that's like.
Like sleeping
I don't think
through
I've
the night.
ever slept through a night.
I think it's very rare that will go through a night and be like, I didn't wake up once. But I bet you it's also that you woke up, you just don't remember it. Like, or it's like so, it's
But
such a
even
micro.
still, like I wake up like
He's an incredibly late.
to remember. Like I will remember waking up. I can't imagine sleeping through an entire night without waking up. Like, I
I'm
don't
such
know
a
how
heavy
it's like.
sleeper that there was. So my parents have a big piece of property on a ravine. So there are trees.
Okay, well, big flex in between the
No.
sentences.
No. Like there are trees everywhere. And the one night we lost like 4 trees. It was a huge storm, and
Where'd
I
they
woke
go?
up in the morning. I
Fucking-
swear.
Fucking ants.
How do you?
And I woke up. My mom's like, "Did you
Hello?
sleep okay last night?" And I was like, "Yeah." What do you mean? And I look outside, and there's 4 trees down. There's branches everywhere. She's, "Did you
Wow.
not hear it?" I was like, "No."
Wow.
Like I sleep right through it.
Oh yeah, my dad used to say that I could sleep through like a nuclear war. He's like, nothing will wake you up.
Yeah, she's pretty tough to wake up.
Yeah.
Who do you pick? Who's picking you up?
Who's picking me up? And I have to call anyone?
Yeah.
Except me.
You can't. Yeah, you're not allowed to pick
You
Christina.
can't call me.
I'd probably pick you. The thing is that the scenario is very hard because if the scenario is that you only get one phone call and if they miss the call,
Ooh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the game. It's also just very tough because I just honestly always have my phone muted and stuff like that. And even at work, I put my phone in my drawer for the most part.
It
Wow.
is true.
So I start.
That doesn't give
Can
a
confirm.
fuck, eh?
Yeah. So,
So
if
I
you,
call his
if
work
you're dead,
phone if I need something.
Fair.
you're dead.
Wow, that's crazy. Like, yeah, at work I gotta leave my phone on my desk and like walk around, but like I know I'm gonna be back to my phone in the next 15 minutes or so. But like even at night, like I'll leave my ringer on and stuff. Like my brother will like mute his phone or turn it off at night, and I'm like, damn man, you don't give a fuck. Like,
No, I won't
what
do
if something
that.
happens?
But the thing is, it doesn't mute your alarm.
I don't care about alarms. I care about if someone calls me, like they need something.
But
But
you
but
can
like,
do.
is someone gonna need something at 3 a.m.?
They
Yeah,
might.
that's usually when people need shit.
Yeah.
You can do not disturb though, where I think my friend is if you call. So if I called her twice, on the second time it would ring through.
Interesting.
Oh.
So the first
yeah.
it doesn't, but subsequent times it does.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So I would probably do that. Because if
so-
somebody's urgently trying to get me, they will call a few times.
That's fair. I also just feel like if someone's messaging me at those hours, it has to be important anyways. But that has bitten me in the ass a couple times where like my cousins, we have a cousin group chat, they'll message at like 2 in the morning and be like, yeah man, I just deadlifted like 4 plates. I'm like, I don't give a fuck right now, man. Like, what are you doing? Go to sleep. So
Congrats though.
that's kind of sick.
Pretty sick. Yeah.
Kind
Good
of
job.
glad I heard that.
Good
I
job,
used to
big boy.
get those calls from like China in the middle of the night, and it'd be 3 a.m. And we would get those, and I'd have to wake up to them every night.
So
I should have muted my phone.
sorry, just real quick, Carl jumping in with some interesting facts, but he wasn't listening to the whole thing, so his intelligence is kind of irrelevant here. He says in Canada, you get as many phone calls as it takes to secure legal counsel, not only one. But in the hypothetical, you were kidnapped, right? Like people have a gun to your head.
Kidnapped. Like,
Yeah.
Yakuza style.
It's not. It's not.
It's
the
not- it's not
government
like-
in Canada. You're not in prison.
Well, but to be honest though, he has a point though. If next time, like, if someone ever, like, especially with the TTC nowadays, with how crazy it is, if someone's
Oh my
ever
God.
trying to stab you or harm you, just remind them it's illegal. They can't legally be doing that, so they have to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's been
people
pretty
can't be
rough
legally
lately.
doing that.
They just don't know sometimes. You need to remind them. Hey, that's illegal.
I wonder if anyone's ever been stopped like that, being like, "Hey, it's illegal." Oh my god, I'm so
What the fuck?
stupid.
Breaking the law. My mom would be so pissed.
Police?
My mom would be so pissed. Who you guys calling? In a pinch.
If it's
You can't pick me.
I know. If it's just between the boys,
No, you get. Okay, you're gonna do both. Sorry.
if it was just between the boys, I would call Matt because I I just think
I'm not taking it as
I
an
just
insult.
think
You don't have to
Lucas
defend it.
wouldn't answer my phone call.
That's
because
probably a
of who I
fair
am
point.
as an
He'd be like,
attitude.
That's probably a good
"Bitch."
point.
Whereas Maddie would
also true.
answer the call, I think. And if it's everyone, then obviously Christina.
Christina's just the most reliable person.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christina's
Even if
that
she
a good
doesn't
thing,
recognize the number, she's picking it up and asking who it is. Whereas me, if I don't recognize your phone number, I'm like, nope.
Oh, I always, because especially with the scams and stuff, I'll pick up now, but I don't answer until they talk first. But it's so funny because it'll like be awkward sometimes. Well, I don't know if they know that I picked up, so all I hear is like, I'm like, okay, and I just
But that's your breathing that you hear.
yeah, I hear my own.
Yeah, that just made me think of it. If you had to, let's say our crew was like a, I don't know what the genre of games are. Like, what's Diablo?
Dungeon crawler.
Sure, let's call it dungeon crawler. Like our crew
What
is.
classes would everyone be?
Yes, thank you.
Nice.
What classes would everyone be?
Like everyone total.
Let's say our crew.
You would be a priest because you're a medic.
100%. Like
You'd be a priest like a healer.
the point I'm getting to is she's 100% a medic, but like a really high level medic, like almost like max level. Not just because you're a nurse and stuff,
No.
but not just because she's a nurse, but just like her personality to the point where it's like a double-edged sword. Where it's like, yo, sick, we got the medic on the team. Like this
It's
is
like
great,
Hermione.
reliable.
It's like the Hermione
But it's also
of the
like I'm not fucking sick right now. Stop fucking
Yeah.
buffing me. Like lay back.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
lay back a bit. I got this. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're like the Hermione of the medic
Yeah,
world.
exactly. That's good.
Emma, you would be
Oh God.
What would she be? I don't know. The dwarf.
dwarf paladin. Yo, you'd be a paladin. You'd be like
What is a
a
paladin?
justicar, like
What?
where like you would you're not a warrior necessarily, like a straight combatant, but you'll have like your like little things of like, yo, if I need to fight, I'll fucking fight.
I'm a fucking page.
But like you're someone who's supposed to be like the pacifist, but you're not the pacifist. Like you're
Interesting.
pacifist who's like, fuck it, I'm down to fight.
And then
Today I'm down to fight.
flip the
A selective
switch, be like,
pacifist,
I'd have made
Kill
it.
him!
I'd have made her a barb or something.
What is
like
that?
a barbarian.
Yeah.
What is that?
What's a barbarian?
Barbarians
Oh.
like wild, like just like straight brute force.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would have done.
Maddie would be a bard. Oh, he'd be a rogue. Yo, he'd be a gnome rogue.
Lee would be a monk.
Yeah, probably.
Monk, okay. I guess like diplomatic in a way.
Don't take my virginity.
Why is that a monk thing? What?
What would
You know, I get that, but like, why are they getting pressured all the time? Like to say, "Don't take my virginity." Like, who's trying to tap that
Yo,
monk ass?
Nikki
The
would,
barbarian.
Matt said that too. Lee would be a monk.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
we're referencing.
I thought you came up with that yourself. You know what? It would be too impressive. It would be too impressive for Emma to know that I'm a monk. That's on me.
What
That's
am
on
what
me.
am I gonna be?
Oh God.
I already know. If there's ever like the
Giant.
the drunken monk, like the what's it called, the drunken kung fu or whatever it's called.
You'd probably be like a necromancer.
Fried fryer.
Why?
I don't know. I could just see it.
Wake me up,
Yeah.
bring me back to life.
Yeah.
Just bring him up.
Boom.
Oh good lord.
Yo, I can't be
Cause
like,
you're the life of the party.
so I'd literally bring people back to life.
Ho ho! Mako's in town.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, it's true. Emma could be a bard too.
You know what though? A lot of us could be bards depending on like the mood. Really think about it.
Lucas Court Jester.
Why isn't that a class?
That's really cool.
Like 0 power, just
Jester-
boost team morale.
like,
I
rogues-
guess.
rogues could be the
yeah,
jesters.
I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm not a rogue. I'm not stealthy.
No, you're not.
I'm a rogue.
You're a rogue. Like
Oh, shit.
Like an anti-rogue.
Oh shit, that'd be neat. Okay, jumping back into maybe some dicey relationship questions. Where? Okay, maybe that's too broad strokes. Let's say your partner has to share a bed. Happens to be someone of the opposite. You're just sharing the bed. Now ain't nothing funky going down.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
So like Christina
You
would
feel
share a bed
iffy?
with a guy.
Yes.
Do I know this person? Is there context?
Let's say you don't. Okay, let me give you the background story. I have to go to managers' meetings in BC. You have to share a room with a manager. Some of the managers are chicks. Ideally, they match you up. Ideally, there's also 2 beds.
Okay.
But then the conversation came up at work. There's 1 bed. I have to share it with a woman. Do I care? Not in the slightest. I don't give a fuck.
Because you
Because
know,
I'm fucking. No.
but because you're the only one who knows your intent.
Exactly. I know me and I'm
Your
confident in
true
myself.
intent, yes.
But your partner
Well,
is now
always-
in the situation. What do you think? Let's.
I think it would be strange.
It would be strange.
I think it would be strange if I knew that Christina was sharing a bed with another guy. Because sharing a bed's
I'm also
not like
uncomfortable.
it's not really a. It's so interesting that you bring this up because if you're sharing with another girl, it's like almost there's 0 issues. Like I have 0 doubt. But as soon as you say you share with a guy, I'm like, ooh. But no action's changing.
No, there's a dick in the bed.
It's not that I think.
It's just a trust thing. It starts testing your judgment and your trust, right?
Well, it's
Absolutely.
not that I think that you're going to do anything. It's just an uncomfortable situation.
Why is it uncomfortable? I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not
Because
disagreeing with
she-
you. I'm just
Because
curious.
she gets the left side of the bed. That's why she's so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
See, I gravitate towards body heat, so I like his body heat. So I feel like I would migrate
to the person.
to the body heat. So,
Interesting.
Yeah.
You gave me more doubts than I had.
Yeah,
before.
now he's,
Like,
now he's
not-
really
Now you fucked it up.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
ruined.
nervous.
not maliciously, but it's just like I
I get
look
it.
for him in
She's
the
like,
middle of the night. So if it's
Yeah.
somebody else, I would probably I don't know if I would look for them because I've slept in the same bed as my girlfriends before and never gravitated towards them. So I don't know.
Would
Did it make you
would
rethink our whole relationship?
No, but you know what? It also plays a very different scenario based on how attractive the other person is. Because you
It's
say
true,
you're gonna share
sure.
a bed with like Jonah Hill from Superbad. I'd be like, I'm not worried about it. Share the bed with Jonah Hill from Superbad.
But what if he has a good personality?
He
Why is
does.
it all about looks?
In Superbad, his personality was horrendous.
Yeah.
So I already knew you.
It's personality.
dumb
Yeah, but
argument, bad argument.
sorry, you'd be down for that because like Jonah Hill from Superbad would like try and cop a feel and shit. Like, it'd be almost worse.
Oh, that's true. He is a creep. Yeah, but it'd be funny.
Fair.
It would be funny because I know nothing would happen because Christina's not into that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's just in an uncomfortable situation where
Yeah,
she's,
but I'm not.
her safety. That's,
My uncomfortable situation became very comfortable.
yeah. Interesting. And it's funny because when I thought about it at work, I was like, I personally don't care because, like you said, I know my own character. I know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Also, probably other than being in relationships, the closest, most intimate sleeping next to someone I ever had was with Lucas at Oshega. We shared a bed. We fucking spooned and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Did we?
Well, we took a picture of us
Oh,
spooning,
yeah, we
but
did.
as a joke. But
We
like,
did spoon.
nah, man, like that's. I'm sure we bumped shoulders in the
Stuff.
night. We bumped bellies, baby.
No, but same thing. I've shared bed with people of the opposite sex, but it's funny because I find that you are.
What?
I find
Where? Circumstance.
that.
Explain.
Yeah, now that you've brought it up.
Now I want to find an example.
It's like,
No, like
I
back when I worked at like one of my previous jobs, we had gone to a convention, KW Waterloo something, the silent auction, and I crashed at my coworker's place, and her and I shared a bed, king size bed. But I do find that when I share with an opposite sex, I distance myself a lot more than the same.
As a
sex.
respect thing, yeah.
and it is a respect thing.
100%. 100%.
Where I was like, it's a king size bed, and I was like on the edge the entire time, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that situation would make me uncomfortable.
What?
Like, not because I don't. It's not because I don't trust you, but it would just make me feel super uncomfortable. And I've never been a jealous person, but I feel like with him I am, and it's super weird. That
Really?
yeah.
Interesting.
I bring the best out in her.
It's called love.
How would you feel about me sharing a bed with the opposite sex?
I trust you. I don't. I think the only way I would feel bad about it is if I knew the guy and if I knew he was a scumbag. Then I'd be like, but then I give people the benefit of the doubt and I say, especially let's say it's in the scenario that I set up. Oh, you have to go to work and you're sharing a.
Yeah.
Let's say I don't know, but let's say I did know that you have to share a bed with your boss. I know he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I have nothing to worry about. I don't care.
See, and logically, you could say, well, they would have that opportunity in that situation or not. Like, they can always find someone to put into a situation where I wouldn't trust them into. So it's like them being in a position and them telling me that they're going to be in a position puts me a little more at ease, being like, well, you're being very open that that's the situation. Because you could have hid that from me, right? But you could have also put yourself in that situation regardless of work or not.
But I feel like some people
Being in
would
bed with
hide
someone
it.
else.
Like, if you guys are, like, we as
I feel like if
partners
you hide
are
it,
open.
that's the problem. If you hide that, that means there's an issue there.
But that's because there's no jealousy issues. But if you were a super, super jealous person, I might not tell you because I'm afraid you're going to lose your mind and overthink when there's actually nothing that's going to happen.
Is that, but
Because that happens with a lot of
what's
people,
worse
right?
though? Because then if I was a super jealous person and I found out that you had withheld that from me
Yeah, that's
2 years
worse.
down the road, I
That's
would be
worse.
like, I don't trust you now. Because that means something may have happened if you didn't tell me about. Like,
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm saying that as someone who wouldn't really. I would like to say I wouldn't think that way, but if you hid it from me, I would start thinking. I would start thinking that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think upfront truth is always.
But I think it
Much
depends.
better.
I think it depends on the person because I know friends who've been in relationships where their partner is super overbearing, where you risk saying anything and them getting like super upset. So that's what you play the balance of do I tell them now, or do I hide little things from them?
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
I don't believe in doing.
but I don't think that's really a little thing. I think if you're hiding something that could be like the potential of cheating or not, like it could seem that way. I think that's pretty big. Because that's that's loyalty and unloyalty, disloyalty,
Disloyalty.
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 It's just. I think it's just.
I think both could work.
What's
No.
the song by Chris Brown?
Unloyalty is not a word.
These hoes. Oh, it's ain't loyal.
loyal. Yeah,
It doesn't
that
answer
help.
my question.
For me, it's not even about trust
unloyal.
issue. It's about dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's dangerous to put yourself in that situation. Well, hold on. You're unloyal or you're disloyal,
Unloyalty is not a word.
but disloyalty is.
Do we need to research this? Do I
Can
need
you,
to pull up?
please?
D-Royal? Disarello?
That's it. You see, the more that I think about it, though, and maybe this is a flaw in my character. I don't know. I'm thinking about now. Let's say what? What'd you find?
I was like, oh, you got what I was saying. Disloyalty, the quality of not being loyal to a person, country, or organization.
And what does unloyalty mean? Does it like pull up at all? That's what I mean.
Is it a word?
Unloyalty. Noun. The quality of being unloyal. Well, that's from Wiktionary.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
I
don't even know what that is.
Okay, so I'm putting myself in a situation where, let's say Emma has to share a bed with a guy.
Okay.
And I'm aware that cheating is a high possibility.
Okay.
That I'm a cheater?
Yeah, yes, cheating is
Okay.
a high possibility. Maybe it's because I'm so confident that it wouldn't happen, but I still don't think I care. Not because I think Emma can go do whatever she wants. It's just because I know once the foundations of a relationship are broken, that's it, we're gone.
But why
It's
is
over.
there a high chance of
No, I'm just saying in the situation, just in this hypothetical, it's gonna happen. Do I
Okay,
care more?
But
Do
if
I care
she
less?
cheated on you in the past, and now she has to share a bed with her really good-looking male boss, does that
Well, that's
change?
the thing is there's
That's
no
different,
no
yeah.
cheating on me in the past.
That changes
Is once
the
you
whole
cheat on me,
dynamic.
it's over. See you later. Like, there's no second chance.
Unfortunately, I feel like that's such a it's interesting because you kind of saying that in I don't know. I would say that I would trust you too, right? I wouldn't have a reason not to, really, if Christina was put in the same situation. So I don't know.
Well, let's say
But there's a high chance of
that yes,
Like-
you know,
like
she's sharing the bed with Rob Lowe or something. Rob Lowe's hot.
Okay, I don't know who Reblo is.
oh like their like celeb crush.
Sure, or it's just someone who looks like him.
But the thing is, I hate to
Because
say
I'd almost give him a hall
I
pass.
almost
I
feel
don't
like
care.
now this is a flaw in my character. If you like, let's say someone who I would be super jealous of, like Henry Cavill.
Oof.
Like Christina and Henry Cavill get to share a bed, and I know Henry Cavill's down.
He's such a gentleman.
I would kind of okay.
He would never.
Yeah,
think
you don't know
he's
how
cute.
he is in the sheets.
That's true.
He's cute, right? I think I've only seen him.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
plays
he's
Superman.
cute.
He plays
He's
Superman.
The
Cute.
Man of Steel.
He's a fucking
Yeah,
stud.
Henry Cavill's like
He's a man of all
Stone Cold
men.
Fox.
Emma, I think you should be worried. He's saying a lot of nice things about Henry
Oh,
Cavill over
I'm
there.
married. I locked it down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so. Yeah, like
If Henry Cavill don't care, I don't care.
I almost feel like out of plot. I don't know if this is a toxic trait. Like, if you smash Henry Cavill, I'd be like, I would be a little
Good
pissed,
job.
but I'd kind of be like almost envious. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, you
How was
smashed
it?
Henry Cavill, like, yeah,
Okay,
Tell
but
me
the
about
thing
it.
is like how do you proceed with a relationship after that? Because if she can bag Henry Cavill, who can't she bag? And who the hell am I
your
compared to Henry
your
Cavill?
confidence must skyrocket after.
You're
banging Henry
fucking
Cavill.
invincible after that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, fuck, that's.
Are you
bad.
kidding
But
me?
you can't tell anyone about it
If
because
Henry-
then
if-
you're admitting that you cheated.
What if Henry
If-
Cavill admitted to it and said like
Ooh.
she's my long lost lover?
Oh,
she's not even a slut.
I'm
Shit.
gonna be rich.
yeah, man.
Would you though? Like, so if you were to right now, who's your celebrity crush of all time? Like one person who you'd be like, if for some reason I had a hall pass, this would be the one person who stands out in your mind.
I'd probably say Jude Law.
Okay, Jude Law
I
in his
like him.
prime came up to you.
Good
You guys met a few times in the hospital. You took care of him as a patient.
Okay, no, you can't use that. That's not. We can't do that.
Why?
Give me a different scenario.
Okay.
You can't have relationships with patients. which
Okay.
is-
Okay.
okay,
sure,
Let's,
okay,
let's
sorry,
not. Let's not.
sorry. He passed you by in a grocery store. You were carrying 2 watermelons. He said, "Nice melons." You guys hit it off. A week later, you guys run into each other again. He asked for your number. Would you proceed? Jude Law.
Sorry, and I'm dating you.
You're dating
like
me
current-
right now.
current
Right
situation.
now. Jude Law is like, the house you guys have bought, I'll even pay it off. Your boyfriend can even keep it. I'm almost
This
myself.
guy, yeah, I was gonna say.
Go find Jude Law. No, but like, would you be in a situation where if Jude Law came to you and he promised you the world?
No, I don't think so.
God, yeah, I'm even better than Jude Law, man. Take that, Jude Law.
Yeah,
Take that.
Fuck you, Jude.
Really? What about you?
I wouldn't.
What's his name? Michael B. Jordan shows up.
I'm not into him anymore.
He says Wakanda
Thank
forever.
He was last.
Okay,
week's
who is it now?
I don't think I have one right now.
What? It's me because the podcast and I'm a celebrity.
Karl
Yeah,
Marx.
okay.
Karl Marx, actually.
No, I wouldn't. If someone asked for my number, no matter how attractive.
They asked for your number. Maybe not even is it in a flirty way?
I'm not
Or is it
giving
just like,
my
I met you at
number.
the grocery store. Hey, like, hey, what's your number?
That brings up another scenario altogether. But in a friendly way, I don't think there's ever harm in it. Because I would trust that someone genuinely wants to be my friend. And
Sure.
I honestly do think that being friends of the opposite sex, I know this is a very, maybe a question.
Touchy.
Not
Yeah,
everyone really
let's
agrees
jump
on.
into that.
I do think that you can have true connections platonically with opposite sex, and I think that guys sometimes will feel more vulnerable talking to opposite sex than they will the same sex
I think it's
because,
important.
like, especially as a guy thing, it's like you get a lot of judgment. If you talk to a group of guys, our group of friends, I wouldn't say we have this issue,
No.
but a lot of guys sometimes have issues talking about their feelings in a group of friends because it's,
Yeah.
oh, you're a pussy, and I feel like a lot of guys may
The
sometimes
macho guy
need.
mentality.
Yeah, and some guys may need that because their group of friends are like that kind of alpha mentality, where they just might need a platonic relationship to bring that out. So I always feel bad for that aspect because I can see where some people truly mean it's like I've met this person, they have a great personality. It doesn't matter what sex they are. It shouldn't matter. They're just a good person. But that's where it's always dicey because then it becomes a game of when does it overstep the boundary.
Yeah, I think the
Right,
context really changes. So let's say Jude Law came up to me in the grocery store and we were talking, and I told him that I went to school for film and media.
Dark arts. He's
And
Dumbledore.
he was like, "Oh well, we have this really good internship. Like, here, give me your number, and I'll text you the details."
and he sends you
Then,
dick
then
pic by accident.
I probably would give him my info because it's something career related. But if it's just someone if I just met him in a supermarket and he was like, "Okay, so, like it was
Let's be
really nice
friends."
getting to talk to you. We should be friends. Here's my number."
Yeah.
It's
I
different
would.
for me.
I would at that point just because it hasn't crossed the line. Sure. It could smell a little fishy and something could happen, but I'd give the number one because straight up, I'm just trying to hang out with these fucking rich people. There are times when we'll drive down Mississauga and I'm like, yo, you think we could just knock on the door and pretend like we're going to a party and be like, ah, shit, I got the wrong house. While I'm here, gotta take a look. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to hang out with those kinds of people. Also, we've mentioned this before about people talking in DM and stuff. Is like give people the opportunity to cross the line. Like, what if Margot Robbie just wants to be my best friend? Sick.
But why are you giving them the opportunity to cross the line? To potentially cross the line?
But
Because
it's
if they
out-
don't,
yeah.
are you shutting down
Opportunity.
opportunities? Yeah.
So if the situation changes and you're in a bar and a woman in a really revealing outfit comes up to you and starts talking to you and then gives you her number, well, maybe she doesn't want anything, so are you going to take her number too?
But what if the context is that she legit was like, oh my god, Lee, you're part of a podcast? That's so interesting. I'd like to know more. Here's my number.
Sure. Yep. I take the number.
But are you taking her number or is she taking your number?
Is,
we mentioned
is one
different
better
things
than
in
the
this
other?
scenario.
Is one better than the other?
Because if you take her number, it's your discretion if you contact her or not. If you give
okay.
her your number, then
Oh.
it's her who can contact you.
But I could also choose not
Carl
to.
asked a good question.
What is it?
Would any of you end a relationship with someone of the opposite sex if your partner asked you to?
Like, would I end a
Like, would you end a platonic friendship if it made Christina uncomfortable and she asked you to?
it depends on what, for example, if it got to a point where there was a relationship that I had with someone, that meant that I was probably doing something wrong. So I don't think I would say no because I wouldn't put her in a situation. I feel like the only way we would get in that situation is if Christina saw someone that was, I wouldn't even know.
But this is someone that you were friends with before you started dating Christina.
I don't know. I would have to.
So let's use you and Kathy, like Chris and Kathy. So let's
Sure.
say you and Kathy, you're really good friends. Let's say you guys used to go out and hang out downtown all the time together.
Sure.
You get coffee and dinner and all of that. And then
Sure.
I came into the picture. We started dating and I didn't like her.
Okay.
I guess that's the question, right?
Sure.
Would you end your relationship with her because
No.
I don't like her?
No, because I feel like I've always thought about this before. If I ever had someone like a partner, like yourself, if you were to ever
Thank
put
you.
if you were ever to put me in an ultimatum where I have to choose something like that, something that to me it's like this shouldn't matter, but you're making me choose anyway, then you're gonna make me choose again and again and again. It doesn't stop. I feel like people who put ultimatums will always put ultimatums.
But what if you have been, let's say, unfaithful or there's trust issues or those sorts of things?
Then I own that.
Sure.
Then I think it would be different because I would understand why there's skepticism. Like, for example,
Yeah.
let's assume I was friends with V. I think we all know her name.
Yep.
Still, and I had contact. I would understand why you would be skeptical.
Yep.
Right. I would totally understand, and I would be open to be like, yeah, for the comfort of ours because we need to proceed. That doesn't matter anymore. That's true. But I think in the terms of like if you were to be like, hey, you have this one female friend that you're super close with, I don't like it. Even though I know it's purely platonic, I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. You need to stop being friends with them. I'd be like, I'm sorry, no. That's a family friend of mine. I'm going to see them for the rest of my life regardless, and I might not see you for the rest of my life, kind of. Not in this
So-
situation,
No.
but
I
like,
see what
No,
you're
that's
saying,
fair.
but I also let's say for example, you guys, meet 4 or 5 times a week. You talk all the time, you call all the time. You're not hanging out with me because you're hanging out with her, you're going up for walks with her. I would personally have a big problem with that.
I think that's
when you're spending so much more time with them
Yes.
than me.
Yeah.
I think
That I would have a personal problem with. I wouldn't ask you to end the relationship. I'd ask you to just,
distance
cut back.
yourself.
Like just cut back,
Yeah.
or just look at where your priorities lie. Because at that point, I don't feel like I'm in your priority. Like I'm not a priority of
I would
yours.
understand that. I would say that too because also I think the expectation is when you have a partner is that you're with your partner now majority than anyone else for the most part, other than people you live with, if in case you don't live with your partner.
True.
So I would say, yeah, that's strange that I hang out with my platonic friends more than my relationship. I would say that would be weird.
Or your homies. We don't hang out 5 times a week.
We don't. No.
We should.
Sure. Well, now I'm gonna be living like the next
Down the
street
street.
over.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be wicked.
We're gonna be
You're not
So-
invited over 5 times a week.
I'm coming over.
Doesn't need an invitation.
Oh yeah.
We'll just make the podcast room there now.
Yeah, I think Matt made a great point about that too. Is he was saying like it depends on what the underlying reasons are.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of.
Because he said ultimatums are a red flag.
I agree.
I agree with that in some ways, and I disagree with it in others. Like
It's all context.
we haven't had any trust issues, but if you, let's say, had been unfaithful in the past, and then this was a friend that you were really close with, I would probably say it's me or her. And I feel like if there's underlying trust issues, then I can see how that's justified.
Now, I guess
I can respect
this is
that.
gonna be a completely wild turn. Would it bother you if I was ever unfaithful?
What was that?
Would it bother you if I was ever unfaithful?
Oh, it'd be done.
And if I told you right now, I was unfaithful before, would that bug you?
Yeah.
I was unfaithful before. I never believed in God.
I was like, this guy's so not.
Did you see the stress in her face?
Woo!
No, like if you were
No, I also cheated on my. No, I'm just kidding. Never.
You mean cheated on one of your? You see, the thing is if you have cheated in your past relationships, then
haven't.
no, I'm just saying. Then that would always
don't say
worry
it.
me that
For sure.
you
Yes.
would cheat on art, like
I always think
on
it's
me.
I
right?
always think it's wild when we use a scenario. Let's say I was in a relationship and then I cheated on that relationship with Emma, and then I break off that relationship, and then Emma's like, "Yeah, we're gonna be together." Like, not like
No,
you
I
don't
didn't
think
trust that.
I cheated on someone with you.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm gonna do it to you? Like, why do you think this is gonna last?
And
all
I've
of a
heard
sudden?
so many scenarios where that will happen, and then Emma will end up cheating on you. So you cheat on your partner. Now the person you got with had cheated on you, and then you're blindsided and surprised. I'm like, how are you surprised?
Yeah,
This is the
what?
merit that you guys got together on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she knew better. Like it's just like the whole aspect. Let's say so Christina and I are together, and let's say I cheated on her with you, right? Christina will always, or it's usually the most case where
I
like,
love that you picked me instead of Emma.
Yeah, you expect Emma.
I was gonna say Emma. I was like, I don't want this to get weird. So, okay, so let's say Emma in this case. Who do you despise more, Emma or myself?
Oh, this is a tricky situation though because like we all do know each other, but I see where you're going with that. I would say my partner.
Yes, I would always put more blame on my partner because my partner is the one who had a commitment with me. The other person just took advantage of the fact that someone was willing to not be committed. But ultimately, if you were, let's say you were single in this scenario, I usually don't put a lot of. I still think that you being single and you knowing the whole situation puts you somewhat at fault.
Sure.
But I've always put way more emphasis on, well, the person who was supposed to be faithful had all the obligation. The person who was single, they're just
They
single.
seize an opportunity.
They just seize an opportunity. It's really the other person who
What
filled
if
their
they
part.
knew from the beginning that this person that they were getting involved with was in a relationship?
That they
What-
were?
That they were in a relationship.
I still think the problem's with your partner.
I think I think the other person is also at fault, but not
Scumbag,
not half as much as the person who was
Yeah.
in the relationship. Because ultimately, the person in the relationship is doing the direct, I guess,
The other-
the harming of someone. The other person is just like, well, fuck, she obviously didn't care.
Yeah,
But
but
the
does that
other-
not question Emma's ethics? So, sorry. Yeah, so we're together and you're cheating with Emma. I would also feel like that questions Emma's ethics because she knows you're in a relationship.
But what do they
Yes.
owe you? Like, for example, if Emma cheated on me with another guy, that guy doesn't owe me shit. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, more power to him. Like, if he ended up cheating on, if Emma ended up cheating on me with the guy in front of me, and the guy stared me in the eyes and flexed, fuck, I can't hate on him. Emma's the piece of shit here. If I'm gonna throw hands, I'm throwing hands with Emma. Not him.
I do.
You
side
don't know
with
me
you on
anything.
that.
You don't know me
Is
anything.
it? I felt like I was getting like slapped by rain. It's
Ooh,
like,
Carl
Is
asked. Carl asked an
Sorry,
interesting
man.
question I want to talk about
Yeah.
too. So if
But
your
sure.
partner died, what's the appropriate amount of time to wait before dating again? So there's kind of two spin-offs. So if your partner died, but what if you're in not a good relationship? And so how do I want to frame this? So okay, so if your
She
partner
died, but,
died,
like,
what's
fuck
the
yeah.
appropriate amount of time to wait before dating again? I think that's a really subjective. Like I think it's
100%
very
it is,
dependent on the
but,
situation.
yeah.
it's all situational. I feel like
Broad strokes.
if you happen to get into a spot where, let's say, your partner died, the day after you got consoled by someone who you used to have feelings for, and it just happened that where that started escalating. It doesn't mean like you guys instantly started dating and hooking up, but like right there you guys started to form a bond. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like if you've primed it, like being like I'm getting
It's a little
out.
soon.
It's extremely
Because because when you're in such a vulnerable state, it's hard to
Exactly.
differentiate your
Yeah.
emotions properly.
Yeah, you don't have any real judgment in there. I wouldn't blame the person for getting into a relationship or whatever out of that, but I wouldn't bet my money and be like, this is gonna last.
Yeah.
I don't know that's gonna last because you caught them at a weak time, you were there for them, and that's
Yeah.
more
So
than
what
enough
if?
to.
So,
give
okay,
someone
so
some
what
feelings.
if, let's say, your partner has cancer, they've had it for, a year, 6 months, and you've had all that time to grieve. So you know your partner's going to die, and then they do, just like if you're in a relationship that's not really going anywhere and you've been contemplating ending it for 6 months or a year and you've kind of had that grieving period, then is it there really ever a too soon? Because you've already kind of
I
done
feel
your
attacked.
grieving.
I think so because like in that case, yeah, you're grieving for the loss of the person, but I don't think your love dies at all there in that situation. Like when it's a bad relationship, like your love's gone, and you're like, okay, I'm kind of detached from this. Like, I kind of want out of this relationship. All right, see ya. On to the next. Whereas if your partner gets
Like,
sick,
or
I
sudden.
haven't stopped
Carl.
loving you this whole time, so. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you're
Carl,
pretty
if I
fucking-
die
No,
tomorrow,
no.
he better not get over me that quickly. Like,
No,
Jesus.
that's it's not necessarily what I mean, like same day, but what I mean is like if like on the same day I meet with someone and we start, forming a connection from there and on, but the intent isn't like we start like dating right off the bat. Like it just happens like day after a funeral, meet someone, they sympathize with me, we talk, we share our feelings. I'm like, you know what, that was really good. It
They
was
bring
stranger.
over some food.
You become
they're-
friends.
Yeah,
They're
like you become
caring
the friend,
for
and
ya.
eventually you
Yeah.
kind of devolves. That's what I'm saying. Like in a span of a month, in that kind of scenario, I'm like, I get it, because then you start forming a bond really quick. But yeah, no, I don't think like the day of a wedding, if you start getting with someone like obviously,
wedding?
Do you have a
or
wedding?
day of the funeral. Let's say, like I think that's.
I mean,
obviously-
also equally as bad getting on with someone else the day of your wedding.
Yes.
Pretty rough too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But some people have that mentality too of like, it's not official until it's like wedding. Like so,
Yeah.
I know some people who really think that like boyfriend girlfriend, oh, it's a kid title, like it's not a serious title. Until there's a ring on the finger, it doesn't really mean anything.
That's whack.
I know some people like that. I'm like, really? So you need a title just to establish that?
Also, like, why am I ever gonna take you seriously and give you a ring if you're not treating this
I don't see one yet, do you?
seriously? You know
So,
what I mean?
so do you feel similarly where like let's say Christine and I just started dating, right? We're not boyfriend girlfriend yet. We're not official.
Sure.
Do you feel like there's still like a commitment there, or are we allowed to do stuff until we're technically official?
I think you're allowed to do stuff.
I think in today's dating world, that's very much a thing. Like people usually when you're talking, especially online, you're talking, and we
Talking to
both
several
we were
people.
both talking to multiple people before we kind of said
Yeah.
like that I don't want to talk to anybody else.
Was Lucas runner up or number one pick?
He was number one pick because the guy that I was talking to told me I was the favorite of the girls he was talking to.
So Lucas was runner up.
No, I was like,
Yikes.
ew, I don't like that. And then I stopped talking to that guy, and then we started talking, and I was gonna delete the app that night, and then I just.
Oh, look at that
And-
fate.
And I think I told Christina this too, because I was actually very close to deleting the app as well. So I was talking to her and another girl named Jordan on Hinge, and I got both of their numbers at the same time.
Ooh.
Did I know this?
Yes, I told you about this.
She never responded. Yeah.
She never responded because she gave me the wrong number.
Ah.
But what I did was when I removed Hinge, I deleted my account. Like I didn't like delete the app. I deleted my account. So there was no going back. If she gave me the wrong number, it's too far. It's too far gone. And I figured it was the wrong number only because of the connection we had was very similar to ours. Like we were very back and forth, very consistent. And one of my big stress points was too. I was like, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I start talking to two people and I have that. Who do I choose? And then I
Yeah.
feel torn.
Yep.
So I was getting really concerned, and I was very relieved. But also, I was just very happy because then I put all my attention towards you, and we just kept going. And I was very happy with that. Where I didn't even have a second guess. where I feel like when you do kind of put yourself in a situation where you're talking to two people and then you both get off the app and still continue, you have that problem of, damn, pros and cons. Did I make the right? Then you start doing your decision. Did I choose correctly? And then you get torn. And I've been through that, and I hated it. It's very bad.
Smart move on deleting your account too, though, because as far as my memory goes, like once upon a time when I was obviously on Tinder, and then I deleted the app, never deleted my account.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
did.
probably still out there. I mean, it likely is.
Still zero likes.
So one of her
Still.
Yeah.
So one of her friends one day is probably gonna go swipe on Tinder and be like, "Oh, Lee's cheating on you." He
You
has
have
it."
to be
No.
active.
Do you have to be active? Okay.
I
Okay,
did.
then we're good.
So when we started dating, I just logged out of the app, and then it was probably 5 or 6 months later. I was going through my apps, and I was like, "Oops."
Okay.
I still have Hinge, so I opened my Hinge, and there were all these notifications, and I was like, "Oops." So I just deleted my account. I was like, "Oh, we're never doing that again."
Yeah.
Whoops.
Risque.
Yeah, you have to be active. At least
So
on-
define active. What's
So like you have to be like on the app on a regular enough basis for it to like register because it shows you active users like this person is this far away from you, active right now kind of thing.
wow?
It's 10 o'clock.
Time flew. I feel like I could just keep going.
We'll have to continue this outside the podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, you're not invited to this conversation. Yeah. Wow.
What are you guys grateful for?
Oh, I should have thought about this.
Oh my goodness.
What am I grateful for?
Transport. No, I'm kidding.
Yikes.
It's my boyfriend.
Trans?
Portation.
Oh.
It's
So you're not grateful
it's
for
your
trans
typical, No, that's not what I said.
She's like, no.
I thought I was like, yo, what?
No, I have to think about it. I know yours is gonna be transportation.
I'm grateful for faithfulness.
Oh my god.
It's a pretty good one, actually. Yeah, I'm grateful for as Matt put it out. It's not my ride or die crew. It's my ride and die crew.
We will die soon.
Ride and die, but no, I've got
And
the best people around me. Super blessed.
Sponsor us,
Like I
even if
said-
you're a food bank.
Yes, absolutely. I could pull a name out of a hat and I'd be confident with any one of my homies taking care of my life.
I'm grateful that we can have potentially controversial conversations, but it doesn't end in fights
I'm pretty
or
pissed.
people who are upset.
I'm pretty pissed.
He's like, I'm leaving. It's my house.
I'm going to get real sappy here. I think I'm grateful for the opportunities that led me to be here,
Ugh.
to be with you guys. No, seriously, it's like you meet a lot of crappy people in your life. So
She
the fact
watched
that
on
you can,
TikTok.
I swear I'm gonna come over there and smack you.
Still grateful?
Right? But it's these relationships that really make your day better and
Yeah.
get you through. So
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
What are you guys grateful for? Don't care.